This might actually be my most important MotorTown video ever made. And no, not because it will teach you how to make $500,000 in 20 minutes. Although, let's be honest, that's kinda nice. But it's about something else. Something bigger. Something that will not only help you level up faster, earn more cash and unlock cooler jobs, but it's about creating moments that stick. Moments like laughing mid-convoy with strangers you've just met. Or running an impromptu rescue ops because somebody flipped their trailer full of fish, or even just chilling with the same group every night like it's your virtual neighborhood. MotorTown isn't just a driving sim, it's a multiplayer sandbox with soul. When you understand the etiquette of how to play together, that's when the magic really begins. So whether you're a total newbie or a returning road warrior, here's how to be that kind of player that everyone wants to have on their server. The first stop on this journey is picking the right server. And trust me, this choice will make all the difference. You can have a selection between big servers, small servers, or maybe even roleplay. Think of big servers like a bustling truck stop on the highway. They're usually loud, busy, and full of action. There's always somebody driving a semi-sideways through the town or a convoy with flashing lights. If you like unpredictable, fun, and constant activity, then this might be your jam. Small servers though, those are more like cozy roadside diners. You get to know the regulars and people wave when you pull in, and you might even find somebody who's happy to show you the ropes and lend you a vehicle or plan a route together. And then of course we have the roleplay servers, where things get a little more immersive. Want to play as a full-time mechanic, run a logistic company with friends, or get pulled over for speeding by an actual police patrol who writes you a warning instead of a fine. RP servers are where MotorTown transforms from a sim into a full unsocial game. If you're new, I would suggest to try a smaller or mid-sized server first. They tend to be more patient and welcoming. Then once you're comfortable, explore the chaos of a big server or dive into RP that create a whole new kind of story. Once you selected your server, you need to read the rules. I know, nobody wants to read, but at least scan the server rules. It's like the traffic signs in MotorTown. Most people ignore them until they get ticketed or yelled at in chat. Some servers require roleplay when you're a cop. Some ask you to not touch any high valuable supplies until you've been part of that supply. And some even say that you cannot use the tow truck for shenanigans. You need to know these expectations so it can save you a ban or at least a very awkward interaction later. If you're lost, just ask. Seriously, this community is full of veterans who want to help. Asking where's the supermarket or how do I get coal isn't going to get you flamed. More likely, somebody will help you drop a waypoint or even a convoy there with you. We were all new once and nobody forgets that feeling. And here's the secret sauce. Stick with a server. There's this one server I kept joining. Not because it had the most players, but every time I joined somebody said, "Hey, you back again." And next thing I knew, somebody let me borrow their truck to finish a contract. And then someone showed me a shortcut I would have never found on my own. MotorTown doesn't have trading, but that doesn't mean you can't share. Routes, builds, vehicle, even just in time. People are more likely to lend a hand, share a tow, or guide you through a tricky challenge when they recognize you as one of their own. And the best part, you don't need to be active in chat. Just show up regularly, and being decent goes a long way. You're not just grinding experience, you're joining a neighborhood. One with a tow truck, drivers, cops, truckers, and maybe even a meat delivery cartel. And once you selected your server and you've been doing some jobs on this server, please make sure that you despawn your vehicles. Abandoned vehicles slow down the server by a lot, they clutter the map and make towns feel like a junkyard. Unless you're roleplaying as being stranded or filming some cinematic, please clear your ride when you're done. Use garages, parking spots, or even a tuning stop. You don't have to go back to HQ, anywhere with a range or a parking icon works. Treat the world like it's yours, because it kinda is, and nobody wants to cruise around in a city full of lag and litter. And there's a hidden economy in MotorTown, and when it works, it's beautiful. Factories full of supply, towns with payout bonuses, fully stocked delivery routes waiting to be run. But lately, well, let's just say some contracts have been very popular. Here's the deal. When you supply the chain, delivering fuel, producing meat, move wood, you're helping out the whole server, and everybody earns more. It's slower cash, but bigger impact. Server hopping, where people jump from server to server just to grab the high valuable jobs, breaks that system. It empties stock, crashes prices, and frustrates the regulars who are actually working the routes. And if people keep this up, they will start locking the servers, adding passwords, and make you do whitelists, which makes it harder for new players to find good communities. So play the long game. Play your part, build up port, and keep the bonus alive. You're not just farming, you're investing in a better server experience for everyone. Let's talk cops. Yes, the police role is a little undercooked, but it's also one of the most creative jobs out there. You're not just here to write tickets, you're here to keep things flowing. Help with traffic, escort white loads, set up an impromptu scenario like blocking off the port for illegal activities or organizing a checkpoint, with permission of the server of course. Balance is key. Give warnings, be fun, be fair. And when in doubt, ask your server what kind of RP they allow. Done right, being a cop isn't just about enforcing the law, it's driving a story. MotorTown isn't just a driving game. It's a multiplayer sandbox where every good session is built on respect, teamwork, and sometimes a little bit of chaos. Stick with a server, build trust, clean up after yourself, supply the chain, and don't be afraid to lean into the weird little world that makes this game so good. It's not just about contracts and cash, it's about the connection. And when we all play by the same rules, it really starts to feel like a town. So now go out there and be the kind of player I want to see on my server. And maybe, just maybe, I'll see you on the road.